If the word definitely here looks correct to you, then you're probably experiencing the Mandela effect. Definitely Troutman's. Definitely exquisite. Choose yours today. Smart Easter fashions. This is a newspaper from 1943. Now, some of you who probably aren't experiencing the Mandela effect, or this is not an effect for you, you notice right off the bat that definitely is actually spelled Definitely. However, I remember it being taught definitely like this. Dilemma, which I've covered in the past, is different now for me as well. If this looks correct to you, double dilemma to me, from this 1986 newspaper, the Northwest Herald, then you're probably experiencing the Mandela effect as well. I always remember dilemma. It was a weird spelling, and this is how I was taught to spell the word dilemma. Now, when I first came across this, I think it was 2016, I had people saying, well, you just don't know how to spell. Well, if I don't know how to spell, why would I put an N in dilemma? It makes no sense. You know, I would spell Dilema if I didn't know how to spell. I wouldn't know there were two M's, probably. I wouldn't put an N in dilemma. It makes no sense if you don't know how to spell a word to throw a letter in there, making it be dilemma. It just, that's a stupid argument to say that someone doesn't know how to spell, so they throw an N in there. And that's going to be the same argument with the word that we're covering today for voting video number 220, everyone. Uncontrollable. If this looks correct to you, you're probably experiencing the Mandela effect, because this is how I learned how to spell uncontrollable. Uncontrollable inflation foreseen in this 1979. The Tribune in Ohio. This is how I was taught to spell the word. That's how I always spelled the word. However, that's not how you spell uncontrollable. Uncontrollable has two L's. Trollable. That looks foreign to me. I've never spelled it that way. Don't recall seeing it spelled that way. That's just one of the effects that's very strong for me in the spelling word. So aside from all the other things in the Mandela effect, there's spelling words that are spelled different now. And from time to time, I see people cover this stuff, but I haven't seen it in a while. So here's one more before we get to the one we're voting on today. So don't leave me yet. No withdrawal, no anxiety, no weight gain. Stop smoking now. This is how I've learned how to spell withdrawal. If this looks correct to you, then you're experiencing the Mandela effect, because that's not how withdrawal is spelled. Withdrawal is spelled this way. Withdrawal. Once again, looks foreign. So this video is going to be about the word comfy. Comfy slippers for Christmas gifts. This is how I always remember the word comfy being spelled. Comfy. Now, if you didn't know how to spell, and you were just a bad speller, why would you put a T to make it look like comfty? If you just didn't know how to spell, you wouldn't throw a T in there. That's what some of these people with their stupid comments, they just don't understand. It's not, well, you're just stupid. You don't know how to spell. Well, you don't throw in silent letters if you don't know how to spell. This was always comfy for me. Here it is again. Comfy slippers. Oh, that's a misspelling. Fat finger. Okay, well, fat finger again over here, I guess. I mean, no, this is just how it was spelled. Comfty. Keep baby comfy. In this 1987 newspaper. Now, if we back this out here real quick, get rid of that T. I think we got to go further back. Here's how comfy is spelled. Comfy. There it is. Comfortable. C-O-M-F-Y. That looks foreign to me. Looks very odd. I never learned how to spell comfy that way. Makeover junkies find comfy home with home and garden. This is how I remember the word comfy. If you remember comfy spelled like this with a T, please thumb up this video. If you don't, if it's always been C-O-M-F-Y for you, please thumb down the video. One other interesting thing I found is turmeric, which is another spelling of a word that I never recall. With an extra R here, turmeric. My video's done really well, 40, 50,000 views, I think. A lot of people, they run to their cupboard, they're like, turmeric? What the heck is that? They run and they look for this, turmeric. I mean, look at this here. You got turmeric on the top and turmeric on the bottom. So I don't know how this happened. This is pretty interesting here, but this is how I always remember the spice being spelled my entire life. It was always turmeric. However, that's a misspelling. It's always been turmeric. So that's about it. I wanted to cover comfy today. Have a few other videos I want to do. We'll see if I can get to them. Go create the reality that you want, everybody.